Because you are live here on Lake Effect Radio.
Yo, peeps.
Streaming live at livestream.com/Lake Effect and lakeeffectradio.org/studio.
Cool.
Gotta put in that shameless plug.
Yeah, we always do, so.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll sort of go with that. So, with that, the NJ Hour. So, what do you have to say today?
Well, last week, I gave Kaiser a pass. He does not get a pass this week because he was garbage again. So, it was good that we had a decent quarterback for 1 week.
Don't worry, I got that. I got that covered.
Cool.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
This is serious.
I know, this really is the world's smallest violin. See?
For that dear old Kaiser out there that might be sort of maybe listening.
I highly doubt he's listening to a college radio station.
Yeah, on the other side of town. True. Maybe not. Maybe one of his relatives are. So yeah. I gotta love, though, one thing out of yesterday.
What's that?
The 4 giveaways.
Ooh.
Or no, 3 of 4 giveaways. Because he actually recovered one of his fumbles got recovered. Besides the one fumble that he lost, and then the 2 picks.
I thought both of the fumbles we lost.
I don't know. That will be a very good question. I actually wonder that on. But yeah. I give props to Kaiser. He showed one thing only.
What's that?
He can't handle the football.
No, it was another guy who we need to call out who couldn't handle the football. Peppers. Peppers was pretty bad. He showed not only is he a terrible safety, but he's a terrible punt returner as well.
True. Hey, we accomplished one thing.
What's that?
Over 6 turnovers.
Oh, speaking of turnovers, did you hear about Peterman for the Bills yesterday?
No.
It was his first NFL start, and he threw 5 interceptions in the first half.
Or no, I take that back. 7 turnovers.
We had 7 turnovers?
Yeah.
Nice.
2 picks, 3 fumbles, 2 were lost by Kaiser. So 5.
I feel really bad for Greg Williams and our defense because they played another great game and we have nothing to show for it.
Pretty much. It just shows one thing, what the problem is.
What's that?
The offense.
Yeah, true.
Not only the person that's supposed to be operating the offense on the field. Just a little. Yeah. Going back to you, Kaiser.
Yeah,
Going back to you.
not looking too well.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually pulled this up in that. So, yeah, you have Peppers, 2 fumbles, 1 loss. You have Kaiser, 3 fumbles, 2 loss. Then you had the 2 interceptions. Besides the 2 interceptions, the 1 he pretty much threw to Jacksonville.
Yeah, that first pass of the game was right to the guy. He didn't even read the defense. He just did the play fake and threw it.
Pretty much. Which that really worked out well for him.
Yeah.
Besides the other one of, yeah, sort of the wide receiver needed a step ladder to get to.
Mm-hmm.
Probably at least a good 5-foot ladder.
Right.
You had to be at least 8 foot, if not 9,
Mm-hmm.
to try to even come with that catch.
Yeah, that was... I don't know what that was.
Yeah, he overshot the underneath guy by a long shot.
Oh, yeah.
And Coleman and the one guy after one another and that. Yeah, it was no hope at that. He blew the sort of open guy by a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
So it just leads to one thing.
What's that?
You really want to know?
I do want to know.
You really want to know?
Yes.
I need one of my sarcastic buttons talking about Kaiser. So, where is that? Should be.
You need to arrange your hot buttons better, Jeremiah.
I know. Oh, I skipped a page. Kaiser's trash.
He's kind of looking that way. I was hopeful after last week because he had a pretty decent game, but this week it was rough.
It's not like he ever played a weather game in his life after that one.
Mhm.
Which, in Notre Dame, they had to play, a few,
Right.
rain and all that stuff, and that you would think they would have had to play a weather game. It looks like he came from, middle of Florida and just came back up here.
Yeah, it didn't look too good.
I give him props there. Found a new way to lose.
There you go.
So, yeah. I knew this was coming at the butchering of Kaiser. Besides, we have other butchering that to go on.
What's that?
Hold on. Another one. Jacksonville didn't accomplish anything they were speaking about during the week.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the 40 points.
Tayshaun Gibson saying how they were going to shut out the Browns, put up 40, so...
Pretty much.
Did you see that after the game, Gibson and, Crowell were exchanging jerseys?
No.
I'm seriously, he just talked all that trash about your team and then you're going to be all buddy-buddy with him?
No, I sort of missed that one.
Yep, it happened.
But then I was sort of listening on the radio. I didn't actually watch it.
I see. I just heard
Thank
about
God.
it today.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to watch that. So, I give them props. Sort of
What?
making it, I don't know, at least playing the whole game.
True. I guess.
I give them one prop there. The only good news is we had Coleman come back.
Right, he had a pretty decent game. We'll see how long he can stay healthy for, but hey, I'll take it for now.
And Kenny Britt with his amazing 2 catches for 5 yards.
He had a second one? I only saw the one catch.
I don't know. That's what it says right here. His longest pass that he caught was 3 yards.
Oh, jeez. What a great signing.
I know. Does it make you feel warm, fuzzy deep down inside?
Oh, you know it.
Let's see. Let's see Gibson's stats on yesterday. 4 tackles, 3 solo. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually kind of pitiful. His production this year, But guess what?
What?
ESPN's predicting he's going to have 22 catches, 51 targets, and 274 yards.
For Britt?
Yeah, for Brett.
That's terrible.
And 3
We're paying
touchdowns.
him $8 million this year?
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
It's not too late to go and try to drop him.
I don't see that happening.
Sadly, I know. Let's see. Just in curiosity in that. Well, you have Coleman that's sort of projected. Actually, that's a little bit more better. 19 receptions, 38 yards, 224 or 27 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
A little bit better, but still. Receivers. We need people who can stay healthy.
You never know. You might turn it around. It sort of happens.
Better happen.
Happens to us.
Because at the moment, I really don't have faith in Corey Coleman. So,
Well, he made at least one case yesterday.
right.
He can play. and you get him the ball near him, and then he can come up with some catches, and some catches that are your average Joe couldn't, pull off.
Right.
So I give him props there. Of he showed us something, and he's not tuned out on the rest of the season.
No, I think he knows he kind of has to prove it this year, or at least with the remaining of the season. So
True. Very true. What do you think of Crowell's amazing 18 yards?
I can't wait till he's gone.
I know. It's okay. It's okay, Nick. It's okay. Let's see how bad he's doing this year. Well, he has 459 yards. That makes you better.
What's the averaging per carry?
3.6
Yeah. Decent, but nothing great.
on 129 carries right now. But ESPN's projecting 206 carries, 734 yards, average at 3.6 with 3 touchdowns.
Let's see.
What do you think?
Still can't wait till he's gone after this year.
It's almost sort of your catchphrase with everything.
Yeah, kinda.
But I can't blame you.
I don't see anyone really worth keeping on this. Especially on the offensive side, I like McCourty on defense. Jamie Collins, when he's healthy, he's pretty good, in my opinion. But other than that, Thomas, who's out for the year, just like Collins. So yeah, I don't really see much talent on this squad.
Well, offensively, it's just if he had some better players around it here and there, some of these people would actually a little bit shine more.
Right.
Like an actual running back
Mm-hmm.
that can actually break carries instead of try to steamroll people. They can actually run outside the box. Which that's not Crowell's forte.
No, it is
He's
not.
pretty much banging up the center, that's it.
Yep.
You ask him to run outside that, especially the boxes collapsing in that, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lie. So, yeah. Let's see. Who else can we scrutinize today? Njoku. He didn't hit the most greatest today.
Yeah, where was he yesterday? He was a no-show.
Yeah. I'll give you that. Yeah, he served a no-show. I do like, though, Lewis, the 2 passes that he didn't have a chance at that was thrown his way. One skipped probably 3 yards in front of his face and bounced off his head.
I didn't see that, but that's good.
Yeah, I seen it in the highlights, and that it bounced 3 yards in front of him. It died out, and it kicked out right into his head. So yeah, you can't catch it off the bounce.
No, this isn't basketball.
Besides the other one that Kaiser threw behind him, probably about a person and a half behind him.
Oh, okay, nice.
So yeah, he had absolutely zero shot in catching that one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's face that. So, welcome to our Cleveland bust.
Yeah. Can't
Anyway.
wait till this year's over. I guess the paperwork for the Perfect Parade 2.0 has been filed, and my buddy wants me to come with him if we end up going 0-16. So
They really did that again.
they're doing it again.
Is it the
It's
same
been-
person?
I think so, actually. Because, like, it's filed and everything with the city, so
That's kind of funny.
it is.
I gotta pull this up. This is too priceless to actually.
I'm like, only in Cleveland can we celebrate 0-16. I want to hear a pretty depressing record.
Okay.
My buddy sent me this text this morning, so let me bring it up here. Apparently, Browns are 4-43 since they benched Brian Hoyer as the starting quarterback, and is the worst stretch through 47 games in professional football history.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
4-43.
That's kind of bad. Oh yeah, it's right here. Let's see a GoFundMe page. He actually started. I wonder if he's actually made that goal. Well, he's at $551 out of $3,000. Close enough.
Yeah.
Let's see. Go ever. We'll go towards security, restrooms, and media personnel.
Medical, not media.
Oh.
Medical.
Medical? Huh. So you only need $3,000? Huh. It's kind of funny. But I give props to it. Let's see. Full with utter embarrassment. I give it props. The Perfect Parade Part 2. Whoever thought we would be back-to-back seasons of that? I give it to the Cleveland fans on that one of, yeah. Show your support. Oh, oh God, it's kind of funny. Now, see, this is funny right here. I urge you to come out January 6th to show your support for our owner, Jimmy Haslam, and the entire front office for the product they put on the field each and every Sunday. Not Monday night, of course, because we aren't good enough for that slot. Yeah. Well, I think he sort of summarized that in that GoFundMe account of... Yeah. I'm just surprised at how much money he's actually getting. See, if you look at this, 20 bucks.
Rizzo's Spirit Animal. I love that name.
$5, $20, $10. This is actually hilarious on many. Someone actually gave $100.
Wow.
Oh, Jimmy Haslam.
Someone used it as Jimmy Haslam.
Someone. Oh my God. This is actually getting kind of funny. It's funnier by the minute, actually. Only 32 donors.
Would you like to be the 33rd donor, Jeremiah?
I don't know.
I would do, but I have to save money, so.
Yeah.
You know you want to.
Oh, they can't attend because their beauty lot tailgate will be fantastic. I find this hilarious that they go and do the season 2.0, the Browns Perfect Parade. I give people props in how they do this. Hopefully he gets his, another 2,400 on that, and that can actually become a thing. Be very interesting to see that.
Alright.
Does he actually have a website too?
I don't know. I know he has his Twitter page because I follow him on Twitter, so.
He actually has a webpage, brownsparade.com. Right here.
Oh, jeez.
Cleveland Browns Perfect Season Parade. The Facebook, the GoFundMe, all that. All the money raised will go back into the parade. None of the money will be pocketed. Oh, it's just going to go right around Cleveland Browns Stadium.
Last year they said they'll just go around the circle, the stadium, over and over in a big zero because that's how many wins. They're doing it again.
What, 16 times in a circle?
Probably something like that.
That's kind of bad. Oh, jeez. Then it has about people anticipating in the, what's it, number of people, vehicles, floats, bikes in our party. I like how, I mean, seriously, if you look at this, it's all over Google.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wait, this started at what? In October? I think this actually did start back in
Started
October.
back in October, and now they finally got the paperwork all filed, so it's like an official thing.
Yeah, right there. Really? They actually have... Fans get permit for parade. Yeah. That just happened 2 days ago. That's kind of actually funny.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, right here. They actually took pictures of the paperwork. Yeah, right here. The parade instruction permit.
Jeez.
Yeah, parade in that issued by whatever Cleveland Code of Ordinance. Wow, that's actually not as bad as what I thought. But yeah, it sort of lays out all the different expenses that. I'm actually kind of that's a little hilarious.
It really is.
The worst thing is this. Scene Magazine, that's sort of big, that promotes the whole music scene and that in Cleveland and that. They're going on and pretty much advertising about the parade.
Yep.
That's kind of sad, just a little. But what you gonna do?
Not much you can do.
So how does this really make you feel, Nick?
It makes me feel hopeful that there's a possibility he could go to jail.
No, I'm just saying about the Browns going and a parade.
Oh. It's hilarious.
Hilarious?
Hilarious.
It is, I give you that. Besides this other article I sort of ended up stumbling across about Pilot Flying J. Haslam absolutely knew about the scheme to defraud truckers. Yeah. Well, what do you think? See,
Like I said, I'm hopeful that this will lead to something more and Haslam gets arrested and someone else can own the Browns.
I don't know how many other people would want to own the Browns, to be honest.
I'm sure they could find some jigaboo.
You know, the worst thing is if he has to sell off all of his assets and that he's not going to get, what is it, the $1 billion he spent in buying the team?
Who knows?
He's not going to get that back. Not including it might become collateral that will be seized by the United States government and sold off in auction.
We'll see. So,
That could happen. That'll be really interesting to see what happens. Oh, it's already over 14 people that pled guilty.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, with that, do we have any more other horrible bad news about the Cleveland Browns?
I can't think of any.
Except who they face this week.
Oh, let's find out, Jeremiah. You got the computer, the magic clicker.
Do we really want to know who they play this week? To be honest with you.
Why should it be like the Rams or someone?
Oh, the Bengals again. And Cincy.
That's a loss.
Pretty much. Oh, I didn't see that. He ended Yeah, he broke his foot.
Oh, that's why people were talking about Agba today.
So yeah. Hughes committed and starting Kaiser for the remainder of the season, which I still think is a mistake.
Well, of course they're going to ride it out with him because they need to take every glimpse of him that they can in order to decide what route to go at QB. So I get it.
Well, you think he's played what 9 of 10 games?
Yes, I believe so.
So I would say by at least the final 2 and that build a ship, give Hogan or Kessler a shot.
We gotta know what we have in those guys. So.
Well, in a way. You know, you look, Kessler, he sort of played, a little bit his rookie year in that?
Yeah.
You can't just give a whole bunch of playing time in that to Kaiser and that, and, he probably only got a handful of games last year.
I feel like if Kessler was capable of being the guy, he would have won the starting job this camp because the job was his to lose, they said.
Yeah, but you look at how biased of them saying that they're not going to start a rookie.
See, I truly believe that Hugh did not want to start Kaiser, but he didn't have a choice because of the quarterbacks he had on this roster.
Possibility.
And that's partially because of the front office. The front office should have kept McCown because he's played very well for the Jets this year. And he could have been a great bridge guy to let Kaiser sit behind and learn for the first half of the season. And then when he really was ready, he could have came in this year and possibly had a better chance of succeeding than he's had.
True. I give you that. Well, let's see. Let's pull up the stats. So Hogan only played,
4 games.
depending. So possibly 4 games. I don't know necessarily if that's all starts. That's the only one issue is.
True. He's only had 1 start, but I believe this game he did start, he played pretty badly in.
Well, yeah, this year not. But though his opponent he was playing against, So here, we'll go to this. So Cody had 9, depending if he came in mid-relief or whatever with, Josh being somewhat injured. Here's his stats. 6 for 2 interceptions. So about 1,400 yards. Rushing not remarkable. Then you have Kaiser. A little bit more better in the whole rushing attempts. A little with the passing. But then you just look at this right here. Interception touchdowns in that.
The thing with Kaiser, he has better arm strength, but he just doesn't make the right decisions. Kessler usually makes pretty good decisions. He just doesn't have as good of an arm as Kaiser does.
True. Which we all know these are mostly at least half starts, if not full game, or about at least to about 4th quarter. Him, you got maybe halfway some starts in that mixed in there. So you have a little scrutinization on that of you can't be completely biased of the numbers because not all of them are, you can go off of. So, with that sort of in mind, he looks somewhat better, Kaiser. That's probably about depending, maybe in a way, sort of. The huge difference is between the touchdowns,
Right.
interception ratio. That's a killer. Besides fumbles, too. 4-1. So, I don't know.
My response is I can only pray that we can somehow lure Kirk Cousins to Cleveland.
He's not going to come here. You know that.
Like I said, I'm praying. So
Unless you offer him a big deal on that, that's the only way you're going to get Cousins here.
I would offer him a big deal. The way he's played in Washington.
True. Plus, that was
he
really
deserves
good.
Every penny.
It was really good for my fantasy team yesterday.
I
You know-
made the right move trading for Breeze and benching Prescott.
Yeah.
Prescott had a rough game yesterday. Three interceptions.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Which I didn't do much. Right now, I'm actually beating Tim, and I still had 3 players to play tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, by like 3-4 points, I'm beating him. Then I have Ryan, and I still have Coleman. I still have Bryant to play.
Yeah.
Then in the other league, in that I gotta hope Coleman and Jones don't go off and have a big game.
Yeah, I'm up versus whoever I'm against this week. I'm up
Mhm.
123 to 74. I have no players left. They only have Jimmy Graham left. So
Yeah. Yeah, right now I'm up 116 to 79. I just have to hope Jones does have a huge game, and that is what I got. I want to say a 37-point cushion. That would be a tie. So hopefully at least both of them, they have maybe 10, 14, something like that.
correct.
I can live with that. So there's your good old amusement of the day with things. But though, Hogan, one thing. Let's see. 50. What a huge difference in between them, though. I have to say between Kessler and Kaiser. It's the completion percentage. Except last year, he was pretty dead solid. To compare to that, it's like 10 points difference on that. So, but to be honest, I would give him a shot. What else do you have to hurt in that? Give him at least another 4 more starts. Let one of the other guys come in for 2.
Because I totally understand letting Kaiser play out the year. So
Because if you just look at it, he'll have at least a dozen, if not 13 starts. If you can't judge a QB on that,
I'll go back to the golf thing again. Like last year, golf played a handful of games and he looked garbage in his first season. And look
True.
at this year, he looks a ton better.
True. But though one difference is... Actually, let's pull that up. Let's actually pull that up. Golf, Rams. Let's see. Okay, let's pull up Golf's thing. To Kaiser. Let's see the differences between that. I wish I didn't log out of that tab, to be honest with you. Okay. But still, yeah, that's not bad his first year in that.
And the games he was playing in when he first came in, he was playing absolute garbage.
But still, he only played 7. Near completion percentage, lot less passing.
Yeah, but
Not
how much
really
improved
running.
He has been this year, though. That's
Yeah.
why I'm saying, give Kaiser every opportunity you feel comfortable with, and that's
The
why I
huge-
understand them letting him play out the year.
Huge difference is here. He had a little more fumbles, but touchdown interception ratio, it's not horrible.
And it's still bad though.
It is a little, but at least hey, if I had to sit there, you can go and you sign contracts, and each and every team can go after somebody. You know, in the off season that, and you can go and you got a choice between Kaiser and Golf. You know, last year, I would probably go Golf.
I'd go Wentz. Wentz looked good last year. We could
Well,
have had
no,
Wentz.
I'm not even saying that. If it's just those two in front of
You
you.
can't just do that. You gotta throw Wentz in there too. He was the number 2 pick after Golf.
But going there and that, if I had in between them there, I would go Golf. Yeah, he's not spectacular in that, at least last year. But the numbers are a little more stable. Except, yeah, the fumbles and that's a little much. But, hey, would I rather have a QB that might throw 7 interceptions to a QB that will probably throw 20 or if not more?
Once again, just stating this for a fact, Peyton Manning threw a ton of interceptions his rookie season. So
what do you think of Bortles advice? Did Kaiser take that
apparently you didn't listen.
Okay, now we'll bring in Wentz. Yeah, that was sort of a mistake.
That was a huge mistake on the Browns.
Yeah. No, that was sort of a big mistake on our part. But the only thing is, though, they would have tried to start him right off the bat last
Philadelphia
year.
started him right off the bat.
But last year we didn't have much of a good line.
Either did Philadelphia. They didn't have a line of receivers, and look how good he was.
I thought they had a sort of decent offensive line. Unlike us,
Doing great.
we were just patching in people all throughout the whole entire year.
It would have been a similar situation. The Browns totally missed on Wentz. So
Valid, I'll give you that. But yeah, at least with our offensive line, you have Thomas is out. And you know, whatever, Coleman's sort of missing a few games, someone else and that. But it's sort of been mostly together. And it's the first time in how long that has happened.
been a while.
So I'll take that at least. But yeah, they would have, because you just looked last year and that we didn't have a running game pretty much worth anything. Last year,
We had an okay running game to start off this season at least.
a little bit.
Crow was close to 1,000 yards last year, I believe. So a lot better.
But most of that became it from like the first 4 games,
Looked
from what I
great
thought.
still. Better than anything he resembled this year.
True. But, I don't know. When it got harder in that, I don't think he would have been that great.
Who knows?
But then they would probably have the same mentality of, let's not start the rookie in that, then, yeah. Well, he's the day 1 starter. I'm going to tell you one thing. If they go and they draft a QB and they go and see that same exact line, I'm just going to sit here and laugh hysterically when I hear that. Because you know it's true.
Yeah, probably.
They're going to go out and say, we're not going to start them, or blah, blah, blah. We're going to develop them,
Mind
blah,
you,
blah,
since If
blah.
they draft a quarterback, they should go with Rosen from UCLA.
I don't know much about him.
I feel like he's like the best fit. I love Lamar Jackson, but I don't think he fits the Browns very well.
Depends. How does he look like being smashed?
Well, he is very mobile, so his pocket skills are kind of he needs to work on. He does a lot of outside the pocket stuff. So
Yeah, then that wouldn't be. But how does he feel like being... How does he look like being smashed by 3 different people at the same time?
I don't know.
Darn. How does he look when a linebacker drills him?
I don't know. I don't watch that much college football this year, so
I'm just throwing you out points of this is what very much happens. So, I didn't realize we only have 7 minutes left.
Yeah, why not? Maybe start wrapping up because I have to
Yeah.
enter class early. So
Yeah, we can end it in that.
cool.
You do the end off,
I've been Nick. That's been
not me.
Jeremiah, and you've been listening to Lake Effect Radio.